Hey guys, Geebuz here with a new video regarding the 2.4 Earthquake Barbarian in Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. Season 5 included. What? Alright, let's get into the build. This is an updated build for the previous video I made. Now everything still pretty much looks the same. Oh, sorry about that. Everything still pretty much looks the same. As you can see, you have your Leap, your Veteran's Warning, your Falter, Threatening Shout, Ancient Spear, Boulder Toss, you have your Battle Rage. And here's where things get interesting. You have Wrath of the Berserker with Insanity. And we have Call of Arreat instead of the Cave-In rune on Earthquake. And we're now running Fire damage increase on our gear instead of Physical. I can just turn off the sound from my phone there so it doesn't start ringing in the middle of the video, because it's not gonna be as long as the previous one, because the basics are still in the video, the previous video. The thing we have changed is, instead of using Earthquake actively on our cooldown or on our action bars, is that we use Wrath of Berserker Insanity instead. When do we pop this? We pop this on elite packs, champion packs, rift guardians, and on big clusters of mobs. If there are big mobs in it, we need to pop that in order to progress as fast as possible, because remember guys, density is key when you want to climb the leaderboards. As you can see here, I am currently at tier 70 rank, Greater Rift rank 70, Greater Rift tier 70 or Greater Rift 70, whichever you prefer. I am yet not on the leaderboards because 72 at 1447 is the 1000th place for the leaderboards. So I still need to upgrade my gear a little bit. I have gotten my Hellfire Amulet right now, so I do have all of the necessary passives. As I said, you want... Yes, and that is one other thing. There's one new passive skill. Instead of Animosity, we're now running with Relentless. While below 35% life, all skills cost 50% less fury. Life per fury spent is doubled, and all damage taken is reduced by 50%. That, in combination with Nerves of Steel and the Band of Might, you are pretty hard to kill. Now, the new rune on Leap is Call of Arreat instead of Death from Above, because of the fact that we're skipping Earthquake Cave-In, we no longer pull the mobs in, and we want to do that because we want to group them up, cluster them up as much as possible, and that's why we're using Call of Arreat. Shockwaves burst forth from the ground and pull affected enemies towards you. So everything else is unchanged. You still got your full 6-piece set, Earthquake set. You still got your Blade of the Tribes. You got your Focus and Restraint set, the Bastion of Will. You still got your Dread Iron for that Avalanche damage. You still have the Skular Salvation for the increased damage on Boulder Toss, Ancient Spear, Boulder Toss. And of course the Hellfire Amulet. The legendary gems are still going to be Bane of the Stricken, Bane of the Trapped, and Esoteric Alteration. The items in your cube are not changed a bit either. You're still running with the Furnace in your weapon slot, your Loot Socks in your armory slot, and your Band of Might in your jewelry slot. Paragon points are still the same. Cap out your maximum fury because of the damage you deal with Ancient Spear, and of course the more fury you have, the more you're gonna reduce your cooldown of Leap. Specifically on Leap, because you don't have any other cooldowns that are affected by draining your main resource. So you want to get this, and because we're not using Animosity, we no longer have 195 fury at max. We are now running with 175 at tops, I think, or if it's 180. Right now I have 172. I think 175 is the cap without Animosity. You want your movement speed capped out. If you don't have movement speed on your boots, then make sure to get them, to get it, or to get 25% in your Paragon points. You want to be capped at 25% on your Adventure tab, right here, where it says movement speed. You want that to save 25% or above whenever you can. Since we're a barbarian, we don't have a permanent increase unless we're running Whirlwind or the Furious Charge build, which I'm not going to touch. I'm currently running Whirlwind for farming bounties, but I'm getting sidetracked, so don't worry about that. So, Maximum Fury, then cap out your movement speed to 25%, and then go all for Strength. If you need Vitality, put a few points in Vitality. I could use some Vitality, I know that, because you want to be around 600,000 health in order to get as much mitigation as possible, and survivability, sorry, not mitigation, but survivability. Offensive is, of course, still cooldown reduction, critical hit damage, critical hit chance, and attack speed last, because it doesn't really affect the outcome of the damage. Now, I know in the previous video I said that you should go for cooldown reduction, crit chance, and then crit damage. I changed my mind. It's actually cooldown reduction, crit damage, and then crit chance, depending on how much of each you have, because you want to have a 1 to 10 ratio. If you have 45 crit chance, you want to have approximately 450 crit damage. Now, so cooldown reduction, crit damage, crit chance, and attack speed. Defense still the same. All resist, always all resist first, and then armor, because that is mitigation. Life is just life. Life regen is just moving on. That is just worthless. Resource cost reduction and area damage. Go for area damage first, and then resource cost reduction, and then life on hit, and gold find can go find something else. Ah! So, I guess that's pretty much it, guys. Is there anything else? With the changes that we're changing Earthquake to Wrath of Berserker, the rotation changes just a little bit. You still want your cooldown reduction on your gear, so everything else is the same. If you haven't watched the video, go back and check it. You can check it like... Okay, I'm gonna put it right there. If you click there, right now, you will get ported back to the previous video of this build, where I will discuss all the gear. The only change from that is that you don't want physical skills on your gear, but you want fire skills instead. So that is pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you like it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section below. If you like it, like it. If you dislike it. Remember to subscribe and share this with your friends if anyone else needs help with this build. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Geebuz, and I will see you guys in the next one. Geebuz out. Peace!